What's up, guys? Savvy Tech Girl. How's everybody doing? Thought I'd just jump in here maybe for a half hour or so. I missed yesterday's kids show, and I didn't get a chance to do one today, so I thought I would just drop in and see how everybody is doing. Had a great show on Thursday night. Stream and Wind wasn't able to make it, but luckily enough, I was able to get Husham, and Husham's son was hanging out with us. So that was very cool, and we had a lot of fun. I've made some videos today. I've had a lot of questions lately about upgrading OpenELEC, which is Kodi. So to the newest version of Kodi, if you're using a Raspberry Pi. Things up with you guys. If you're going to be using OpenELEC and you're going to be using Raspberry Pi, you're going to have a micro SD card. If you're going to change versions and you're going to be switching from a version, say 14 to 15 or 15 to 16, you need to do a fresh start. Okay, guys? You need to make sure you wipe the SD card clean. So you need to format it. Once you have formatted the card, you are then going to put an image file onto that micro SD card. A lot of people think that they can just take a downloaded zip file and drag it over to that micro SD card without doing anything. And the problem with that is if you're going to start just dragging and dropping and you've got zip files, first of all, Raspberry Pi is not even going to know what to do with it. Okay, so Raspberry Pi doesn't have an operating system built into it. When you boot it up, it looks at that micro SD card. And when you're starting it, it won't know what to do with the zip file. It's going to have no idea. So you guys need to make sure you are going to the openelec.tv website. And from there, you can do your downloads. So I can actually share my screen out with you guys and actually give you some tips on what you can do. So let me minimize what I've got going on. I've got a million things going on here at the moment, but I can give you an idea. All right, so let me share out my screen with you. If you guys have any questions, please just throw it in the links there, okay? And I will throw it in the chat. I'll get the questions up and answered for you. All right, so we're going to do some, what should we look at here? Okay, hang on, let me get. I just want to make sure that you guys know exactly where to go with the OpenELEC. So you need an SD card formatter, first of all. Okay, and I have put a video up today online to take you through step by step, so that should help you. Hey OSC, how's it going? Just thought I'd make a quick video here or online just to help some people with OpenELEC and how to format SD cards and stuff like that. So I am going to do a screen share. Okay, let me know if this works, guys. I want to make sure you're seeing what you should be seeing. Okay, it looks like the screen share is working. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to this OpenELEC Media Center. I had lots of people ask me about the different versions. So let's just take a look at that first. Okay, is everybody still with me here? All right, so just let me know if you have any problems with what's coming up. So OpenELEC, so we've got things called a stable version. So stable release has been tested, okay? So stable release is something that people have tried out. They've released it. Everybody were saying, you know what, you guys can use this. Probably not going to run into problems. Doesn't guarantee that, but it does mean that you're probably not going to run into problems. Yeah, you're not seeing my screen share, are you? Why are you not? My Google Hangouts is, oh, hang on. Here we go. You should see a screen share coming up now, hopefully. Should come out, just lagging a little bit, but it should be up here any second now. So when you do see the screen share, it's going to be openelect.tv. So let's see if that comes up. Nothing yet. Let's try this again. I'm going to stop my screen share and start a new one. Boy, is it warm today, guys. Humidity level is through the roof. It's raining right now, but whew, it's warm. Okay, so you guys should hopefully, okay, I just reshared it. See if anything comes up here. Very odd. Got stable release here. You love technology. Anything? Nothing. We'll get it. Let's share another screen. I'll share one that I don't want to share, and I'll bet you it'll work. Share this. Ooh. See if this works. I've just shared my entire screen. I would never usually do this, but I want to be able to show you guys these files. No. Good old Google Hangouts. Gotta love them. Maybe I got settings or something in here. Make sure my settings are good. Save. Well, I guess I can keep going without screen share. Wow, is it raining hard? It's raining. Okay, well, we'll just keep on talking. So OpenELEC stable releases. Currently, there is a version 6.0.3. Okay, that is right now the stable one. So if you guys want to make sure you're using something stable, I would stick with the version 6.0.3. I'm not telling you not to use any other versions. So there is a beta release 7. 7.0 beta 3, and that comes for the WeTech Play Raspberry Pi 2 Freescale IMX6 builds. And there is also the legacy release, which is an older one. Now, keep in mind that Raspberry Pi 2 builds will also work on the Raspberry Pi 3. Raspberry Pi 3 is a lot faster. So if you guys are using the Pi 3, I think you should see it's pretty impressive, and it's a very stable build at the moment. So you can go to the openelect.tv website, and from there you can go under the build that you're looking for. When you download a build, it's going to be in an img.gz file. Okay, that's a disk image. Now, a disk image also needs to be unzipped. Once you download that file, and I've put a video on YouTube that takes you step by step. So once you download that file, you're going to need to unzip it, and then it's going to be a .img file, so just an image file. At that point, you're going to have to copy it over to your micro SD card, right? There's a great program out there for, you can hear the rain. Yeah, it's absolutely pouring, and we're thankful for it. It hasn't rained in about a month here in Ontario, down in Niagara region. It's I'm sure you guys have heard of all the awful fires that have been out in Alberta area. It's been an absolute disaster, and that dry weather came this way, and we honestly haven't seen rain for a month. So to get this today is we're pretty excited about it. My hubby actually has gone on a golf vacation, so maybe not so good for them because they're getting rained out, but never mind. We're thankful for the rain. So there's a really good program that you can use for copying that image file onto a micro SD card. And if you're using a Windows program, there's tons of them. There's so many Windows programs out there that you can use for copying image files. But somebody came up with a really good application for the Mac OS X, and it's called the Apple Pie Baker. Okay, Apple Pie Baker, B-A-K-E-R. So it is a prep SD card for imaging and knobs, so new out-of-box systems. This person has gone to say that after writing an article on how to get an operating system on an SD card, they realized that the existing methods and tools were not to their liking. A lot of tools were for Windows and not for Mac. So instead of complaining, this person decided to write their own program called the Apple Pie Baker. It's fantastic, super easy to use. So I would suggest that you guys take a look at it. It's free. It detects the SD card devices. It has a quick creation tool for knobs, new out-of-box disk. It has fast flashing for image files to the SD cards, and it's an easy way to make an image backup of your SD card. Okay, a lot of people don't understand what an image is. So an image is actually a snapshot of an operating system. Okay, so if I'm going to image my drive on my computer, I'm taking essentially a photograph of that with all the settings and everything there. That's why it can get confusing, and people maybe think, oh, I just copy the zip file over, and you cannot do that. You need to make sure that you put it onto the drive correctly. If you're starting from scratch, format that card. Okay, guys, make sure you're formatting your SD cards. I use SD card formatter, and that gets you going. It's free. Again, it's for Windows and Mac. You simply put your SD card in. It's going to see the SD card, wipe it clean. Once you've wiped it clean, use your Apple Pie Baker software, and you can put that image file onto your card. All right, so pretty basic. Once you get the image file on, take it out of your computer, insert it into the Raspberry Pi. I do have a Raspberry Pi right here. One of my clients' ones, but you're just going to put the actual disk into the Pi, and then once you've done that, you're all ready to go. The build that I'm using currently, have you tried the Pines? No, I haven't tried a Pine 64. Is that, let me Google it. Pine 64, I assume it is like the Pi, 64-bit based, or is it just the software? Oh, it's just a platform. Okay, no, I haven't. I will have to give that a try. So let's take a look at it. So it's the world's first $15 IoT device. Very cool. So it is like the Pi. It's a media player. 64-bit expandable single board computer starting out just over $15, over 36,000 backers. It's a Kickstarter program. Very cool. See, I wish I could share my screen with you guys. See what's going on here. Try it again. It's crazy that I can't. Oh, that's the chat. No, it's not letting me. So that's very cool, the Pine 64. So it's got an A64 chip. It looks like it's got the Gigabit Ethernet, 4K HDMI output. What has it got here as far as USB? So 2 USB 2.0s, very cool. Optional Bluetooth and wireless 802.11bg and N. So obviously that's an add-on that you can get. It's got 2 I/O expansion slots, and it's got an expandable micro SD slot. So very, very cool. So it runs obviously XBMC, Remix US, Android, Lollipop 5.0, OpenHub, and Ubuntu. So it looks like it's a Kickstarter. See if we can shop for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely, maybe I'll get my hands on one of these. So they raised 1.7 million on Kickstarter. So they must, yep, they've got them available. So for $15 plus shipping and handling, it's gonna get you the 64-bit quad-core, 400 MP2 GPU, 512 DDR3 SD RAM micro slot, 10100 MB Ethernet port, 2 USBs, 4K and 2K HDMI port. You got a 3.5 millimeter stereo output mini jack also, multi-channel output HDMI, real-time clock capabilities built in, and it also has a 3.7 volt lithium battery circuit. That's very cool. You go up one, it looks like you get a 5 megapixel camera port, 4 lanes MIPI video port and touch panel port included. Which is what I actually have on the Raspberry Pi. So that is kind of cool. You can put a touch screen on there. And yeah, that looks very interesting. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to have to check it out. Hey, boss, how's it going? Just thought I'd have a quick show here. I was trying to do a screen share for OpenELEC. Just had some people with some issues today trying to update their system. So I thought I would jump on here. I've put a couple of YouTube videos together today that are currently posting. So if you guys get a chance, maybe you can check that out. Any other questions? Anything going on in the Kodi world, guys, that you want to know about? So I did a review on Jarvis Pulse CCM build. Love it. It's very clean cut. I was really impressed with it, so I thought I would do a build review on it. So I did that today, as well as putting the how-tos for setting up your OpenELEC from scratch on your Raspberry Pi. And again, I cannot tell you enough, make sure you fresh start, reformat, guys. Take it back to nothing. A question I get a lot is people purchase the Raspberry Pi, they get the micro SD card, and when the card comes and they take a look at it, it actually tells them that it's only 256 megabytes. When the card says it's 8 gigabyte, that's normal. When they put the knobs onto the box, or sorry, onto the SD card, it actually compresses it down, so it looks like you do only have 256. The remainder of it's hidden. So don't worry about it. Don't panic. You haven't been ripped off. You can reformat that card and you'll see 8 gig. It's Boss Tech. I screwed up my box last night, so got to run, but just seeing your other video, I'll post it to my group page. Thanks very much, Boss Tech. A lot of people screwed up their boxes this week. That's why the video came out. So good luck with yours. And thanks for sharing on the page. That's awesome. You guys are great. So who else is out there? So we've got OSC, Solta Tech, Boss Tech's got to run. Thanks for stopping by. I've said I've put some YouTube videos on today. I'm processing one currently as we speak. I'm doing a review for Pulse CCM Jarvis build. So that will be online. And I did my how to reset and set up your Raspberry Pi device too. Lots of questions with that this weekend. So I missed my kids show this week. I was running around. I was a little bit busy, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But next week, I would really like to bring it back and again talk about basics of computing. Lots and lots of kids are using their iPads and things for watching movies, for streaming stuff, for streaming TV. You know, it was really interesting. I was sitting with a friend of mine the other day, and she was telling me about a movie that her and her friend were watching the other night. And she said to me it was a scary movie, a horror movie. And I mean, I remember horror movies from, you know, the late 70s, early 80s. I'm not a big movie buff, so I haven't seen a lot lately, but, you know, things like Nightmare on Elm Street and Jason, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, things like that. Anyway, so she's telling me about this scary movie that was out, and they were watching it, and it was all about how, you know, someone was on FaceTime and somebody else was watching them on this app, and they were talking to them on Messenger. And all of a sudden I thought, whoa, wait a minute. The reality of our electronics and everything is, you know, it's even in all of today's movies and stuff. So I thought that was kind of crazy how, you know, we've gone so far with technology, and even that technology is now making up all our TV shows and all our movies. And okay, see you in a minute. Yeah, it's crazy how that technology's out there. So you know what? It's not going away. Our kids are using it every day. They're understanding it more and more every day, understanding it sometimes more than we're understanding it. And I think the key is being ahead of the game, right? With things like Kodi, you guys can be setting up security. There's security areas. You can go in and you can set it up so you don't want your kids watching certain things. You know what? Make sure you put that on there. Make sure you set up the privacy. Make sure you set up security. Put passwords, put PIN numbers. If anything's a certain rating, you want it to pop up. You don't just want them watching it. And it's pretty key, and it's pretty vital that you guys are doing that. With streaming technology, it's very, very simple for kids to easily get online. Most kids have a device, whether it be a tablet, whether it be a cell phone. And I believe that kids, you know what, yeah, they should have a way of staying in contact with parents. I mean, I know that we call it now helicopter parenting. Their parents want to know what they're doing 24/7. You know what, we used to go out in the morning and we had to be home by the time those street lights came on, and that was the end of it. What we did in between was our thing, right? And now it's a constant sort of keeping up with where your kids are. But use apps smart. You know what, like take an app that, there's one that I have on my phone. It's a really good one for anybody that, like, their friends have the same one. Obviously everybody's got to have the same app. It's called Companion. And with Companion, what you can do is you can set up, let's say I'm walking home from somewhere, I can send my friend a link that says, hey, Savy, I'm heading home now. This is going to be where I'm walking. You can kind of follow me along with this Companion link. It was written for universities. We know university campuses are not the safest things, especially at night. In the winter, classes end, it's dark out. So this Companion app came along for people to share with each other. And if something happens while you're walking, you can push an alert button, which will alert that person that's following you. So, you know, you can keep things safe. These are just different things with technology that are out there that we should be using. As far as Kodi goes, go into your security settings. There's add-ons out there that you can use. You can make sure that you're keeping your kids away from things you don't want them watching. And you know what? They don't always have to watch cartoon, but you don't also want them watching something that they shouldn't be watching. And it's so simple. It is so simple with today's technology for your kids to be able to do that. So keep it smart, guys, and make sure you keep Kodi up to date. There's some great builds out there. There's some great kids builds for Kodi, strictly kids. If you want to put kids builds on there, there's some great ones. I can do some reviews if you want. There's, you can just have your kids only go in one section if that's what you want to do. And again, you can do that all through settings. So you know what, that's cool too. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys have any more questions. I wanted to do some screen sharing on OpenELEC. Doesn't look like that's going to be working very well for me. Unless I can try again and see what my Hangout is doing. See, my hair is pretty messy today. It's the humidity. That's my excuse. Let's see. Let me just try one more screen share, and if that doesn't work, guys, I gotta I gotta head out. I've been invited out to dinner, which is very nice. See if I can share this. See if this shares. Probably won't. Got 4 people watching. Hello, everybody. It's a hot day in Niagara, Ontario, Canada. It is very humid. It is raining, finally raining. Thank goodness. And I just thought I'd pop on and try and do some screen sharing, but it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Well, it just doesn't want to work for me today. I can probably do some Google effects. That's about it. See if an effect works. No, maybe that's why. It doesn't even want to do that. Yeah, it looks like it's not working. So anyways, guys, I am going to sign off. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Check out my new videos that I put on today on YouTube. So again, there was a review for Jarvis, the Pulse CCM build. I love it. I give them 10 out of 10 for it. And also check out my Open Elec, how to reformat your Raspberry Pi and get the latest version running. Okay, I'm gonna have a kids video this week. Do another live show with Streaming Wind on Thursday, and if I have time between now and then, I will come back in here and hopefully do some more screen sharing successfully. So thanks, guys, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. So please share my video if you get a chance. That would be fantastic. And I look forward to your reviews on my other videos that are out there. Okay, thanks, guys. Talk to you later. I know I'm still here, guys. I'm just doing some tests. I want to see how messed up my Google stream was. Yeah, I'm trying to fix the issues. Not having a lot of luck lately, guys. I'm gonna try one more thing here. Let's try this. Screen share. I'm gonna try one more thing. Wait a minute here. Okay. Yeah, it could be that I'm doing some stuff in the background, but I think I may have my screen share thing fixed, guys. Hang on a second. Let's do this. And this, and this, and this. Tell me if that works. So my screen share should now work. Is that working? Okay, so now, yeah. Yeah, I think it may be, I got a lot of stuff processing in the background. I think maybe that's why it was buffering. Is it any better now? Hey, DVD King. I'm actually just heading out. Gotta go out for some dinner, but when I get back, I'm gonna jump online again. I just want to do some stuff today on OpenELEC and some downloads and stuff for the new versions. So later on, probably around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to jump back online, and I'm going to do another show. So I'm out of here for now, and I will see you later on. I won't have any buffering issues later. Let's hope anyway. See you tonight. Thanks.